Hi all. So in this session we are going to complete 2NF, 3NF and BC. Any relation is said to be in second normal form if it satisfies following rules. So rule 1, it must be in first normal form. Rule 2, single column primary key, or we can say each table should have one pk. Now let's move to the table. T1 is having student number, course fee, and we have table 1, table 2 which are in the normalized form. Now let's move to the explanation. So what the explanation says, course fee cannot alone decide the value of course number or student number. Example, if we say course fee 1000, then it doesn't decide the value of student number and course number, because 1000 is having more than one student number 1, student number 4. Even there are more than one course number which is having 1000 fees, C1, C3. So course fee alone cannot decide the value of student number, course number. Course fee along with student number also cannot decide the value of course number. For example, if we say course fee 1000 and student number 4, then we have more than two courses, C1 and C3. Similarly, course fee together with course number also cannot decide the value of student number. If you say course fee 1000 and course number C1, then we have student number 1, student number 4. So course fee along with student number and course number decide the value. That means it depends upon the composite primary key. And 2NF doesn't allow this. That's the reason we have splitted the T1 table to two tables, table 1 and table 2. Where table 1 is having student number and course number. Where student number 1 we can say C1, C4 is the course it has enrolled, he has enrolled it. Student number 2 enrolled to C2, C5 and vice versa. Similarly, table 2 is having course number and course fee. So if you say C1 is the course which is having 1000 fees and C2 is a course which is having 1500 fees and vice versa. What is 3NF? Any relation is said to be in third normal form if it satisfies the following rules. What are the rules? It must be in second normal form. There should not be any transitive functional dependency. Now what is transitive functional dependency? Let's go to the quick understanding. A connect to B, B connect to C. This way A connect to C. That's called transitive functional dependency. Now let's move to the table part. We have table book detail which is not in normalized form. We have book and genre which are in normalized form. Now what are the explanations say? If you see the book detail table, we have book ID which determines the genre ID and genre ID determines the genre type. So this way book ID determines the genre type, which is called transitive functional dependency, and 3NF doesn't allow it. So to bring this table book detail to 3NF, we have splitted the table into book and genre. Now if we see, the book table is having book ID, genre ID and price, where book ID determines the genre ID, and the genre table is having genre ID and genre type, where the genre ID determines the genre type. There is no transitive functional dependency. So what is BCNF? It is Boyce code normal form. Any relation is said to be in BCNF if it satisfies the following rules. It must be in third normal form, and for a functional dependency, let's say P determines Q, P should be the super key. Now let's move to the tables. We have R1, T1, T2 and T3, where R1 is not in normalized form, but T1, T2 and T3 are in normalized form. Now let's move to the explanation. So functional dependency of the R1 table is mentioned below. Now student ID is depend on student branch. There is a dependency, we can say, between student ID and student branch. Student course, it determines branch number and course number. So candidate key for this table R1 is student ID and student course. But we can see student ID and student course are not the super key of R1 table. Hence, this doesn't satisfy the BCNF rule. Now to satisfy the BCNF rule, we have decomposed the table into T1, T2 and T3, wherein T1 table student ID is the super key because that's the candidate key which is having a dependency on student branch. In T2 table student course is the candidate key because it's having a dependency on branch number and course number. And similarly in T3 table student ID and student course both are the candidate key. Now the question is, why do we require T3 table? Because that is a mediator between T1 and T2, or we can say to join this two table T1 and T2, T3 is required because it is having the common column.